This is a mouthwash that used to exist probably from the 1950s on to the 1960s. That was the last I saw of the green mint mouthwash. Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. And I do remember green mint mouthwash being on the market in the mid 1960s and seeing commercials on television about it. It was advertised as being a chlorophyll mouthwash, which I understand chlorophyll was pretty popular back in the 1950s for breath fresheners and was put in a lot of products. I believe Clorette's gum for one. Anyway, it says green mint chlorophyll mouthwash may be used full strength or diluted. Block Drug Company out of Jersey City, New Jersey. So I looked at some commercials on YouTube and I saw a 1961 commercial, 1965 commercial, basically the same, almost identical format. They have a person, they got one where a lady's trying to ask a coworker to have lunch with her and the coworker doesn't want to, and then another one where a girl's boyfriend won't kiss her goodnight when he's going home, and both of them say, "What is wrong with me?" And then the same man in the commercials says, "It might be your breath," and then starts talking about green mint mouthwash, and then they use it, and then next thing you know, they're with these people and outdoing things. And so anyway, that was what what I saw on green mint. I assume it probably started in the 50s because of the chlorophyll, and I know it was around in the 60s, and I last saw it maybe like 1967, 1968, something like that. And it finally disappeared from the store shelves. I don't. It may have been around longer than 1968. I don't know. But the Block Drug Company was a pharmaceutical company based out of Jersey City, New Jersey, specialized in dental care products. Popular products were Polident denture cleanser, Polygrip denture adhesive, denture cream denture adhesive, Nitol sleeping pills, Tegrin medicated shampoo for psoriasis, Lava Hand soaps that were acquired from Procter & Gamble, Beano and Phazyme anti-gas products, Balmex diaper rash ointments, and Sensodyne desensitizing toothpaste. The company went defunct in 2001. GlaxoSmithKline purchased the company for $1.2 billion in 2001. The company itself was founded in 1907 by Alexander Bloch, a Russian immigrant who had a small drugstore on Fulton Street in Brooklyn, New York. Turned the company into a wholesaler in 1915, then became a drug manufacturer in 1925, acquiring 50% of interest in Wernitz Dental Manufacturing Company. They moved their headquarters to Jersey City, New Jersey in 1938. 1953, upon his death, his son Leonard N. Bloch took over and eventually became the company's chairman. Little timeline. 1948, the product Amident tooth powder came out. Early 1950s, Nitol. 1964, Tegrin was introduced. And that's basically what I was able to find out on the Block Drug Company. It said the average number of employees was 3,000. And that's what I was able to find out on it. And very little on green mint mouthwash. Don't really have a timeline on when it existed, except remember in the mid to late 1960s. And I was going to mention that I have been watching another YouTube channel lately called Treasure House about a young lady in Minnesota that bought a house with the contents in it, and she's going through them and doing different things with them, donating or throwing away or selling them or whatever, keeping some of the stuff, I guess. But one of the things she found was a pretty good sized coin collection. It was nice and interesting to watch. But anyway, I mention different YouTube channels I watch. I hope somebody mentions mine on their channel because I could certainly use the help on that. But anyway, looking for ideas on shows to do in the future, shows about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history. And that being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.